if I can take you back to, you said you were going to graduate, you were a year out from graduation, A&M. What is your degree?
Well, I got a degree. It was in the ag school in sociology and economics, because at that time I was going to try to be an urban planner, which required advanced degrees, and I'm not the greatest of students. And unfortunately, my dad died my senior year in college, so that negated all that. But it worked out for the best, because I owe so much to my dad, who started the company, that was able to keep me evolving and find these other enterprises that I've finally become pretty good at, because I've had so much experience along the way.
And that's adapting and just things that you go into, it sounds like you hadn't planned on, but then it's given you an eye for things that are opportunities too, it sounds like.
Well, it never works out like you think it will, but you've got to be open to the different possibilities that come along the way, because you can get sidelined, and it can put you into bankruptcy. And I've been nearly into that situation a couple of times. That's why I have these hairs that have turned gray over the years. But I have been blessed, because you've got to be flexible, and you've got to have some ability to be creative. Mm-hmm. And to adapt to the marketplace.
So you've also mentioned partners along the way. So tell me a little bit about how do you find these relationships and partnerships, because that seems to have been a theme.
Well, glad you asked. A lot of it, I've been involved in civic work, and I met Scott, my partner in TOMSCO, through the Abilene JCs many years ago. And you've got to get out, network in the community, and the best way to do that is to get active in civic endeavors. And that opens up a whole different area of friendships that you can develop over the years. And that's kind of how I've also been blessed and been able to do that.
So tell me about, you've had ups and downs. So what keeps you moving forward? What keeps you from letting failure get the better of you, if you've had some of that along the way? That's a good one. Well, I've always been motivated. My grandfather had a finance company in Waco back in his earlier years, and he was one of my mentors. And maybe I got some of those genes. My father was also an entrepreneur that taught me some good things on how to be. I don't know. I've always had instilled in me the will to be as prosperous as I can. But both of my father and my grandfather, they were very humble, and they always instilled in me to not be a showboat or try to go out and tell everybody how smart you were, because that's the way they operated. They were under the radar, and I'm not a promoter type. It's hard to explain. I just have an inherent ability to want to try to make money within a reasonable. I don't think of myself as a greedy person, but you got to pass on what you can to the next generation. I do have a son, and hopefully I'll have some things left over to pass on to him. I think that's biblical, and that's what motivates me to continue to not have to rely on someone else.